Your resume isn't a biography. It's evidence. Most resumes are written as if their job is to document. Here's where worked. Here's my title. Here's how long I stayed. Here's a list of things I was responsible for. That's not evidence of anything except that you held jobs, which at the level most people are searching for, is not a differentiator. The resume that actually moves through a hiring process is built around different premises entirely. I can prove I've done this work. And here's the proof. Not responsibilities, not duties, not managing a team or overseeing a portfolio or leading cross-functional initiatives. Proof, numbers, outcomes, specifics that only someone who actually did the work could know. The distinction sounds simple. It's harder to execute than it looks because most of us have been trained since our first job to write resumes in the language of job descriptions. We describe the role rather than the result. We list what we were supposed to do rather than what we actually produced. The resume ends up sounding exactly like the posting, which means it tells the hiring manager nothing they couldn't have written themselves. Here's the test. Take any bullet point on your current resume and ask, could a mediocre performer in this role have written the exact same line? If the answer is yes, the line is doing no work. Managed vendor relationships tells a reader nothing. Renegotiated 3 vendor contracts. Cutting annual spend by $340K without service reduction tells them you know how to negotiate. You pay attention to numbers, and you delivered a specific result they can verify. The second version is harder to write. It requires you to remember you actually did. Find the numbers that attach to it, and make a claim specific enough to be checkable. That specificity is the point. Vague language protects the mediocre. Specific language rewards the person who has something real to show. The other thing to understand is that your resume now passes through software before it reaches a human. Applicant tracking systems scan for keyword matches between your document and the job posting. If the right terms aren't present in roughly the right density, the resume doesn't move regardless of your qualifications. This means you have 2 audiences, the algorithm that filters you in or out, and the human who decides whether to call you. Most people optimize for one and ignore the other. They keyword stuff a resume until it passes the scanner and reads like a form letter, or they write beautifully for the human reader only to be filtered out before anyone sees it. The solution is to engineer for both. Use the language from the posting, not invented terms, the actual language in your summary and throughout your bullets. Then make sure every bullet point underneath is specific, concrete, and outcome-driven enough that the human reader has something to hold on to. Fail to do that, and your resume will have all the personality of buttered toast, of interest only to a recruiter starving for something to do. As an executive recruiter, I saw thousands of resumes that failed this test. Even the most seasoned marketers apparently thought their titles and employer names would carry the day. Often, that wasn't enough. Recruiters are juggling phone calls, voicemails, texts, calendar changes, and too many email accounts. The easier you make it for them to understand who you are and why you fit, the less likely you are to disappear into the pile. Look for Get a Job in a Broken Job Market, coming soon from Cranky Books. And check out our website for free online tools to help you manage your job search to its successful conclusion. And remember, the job market may be broken, but you are not.